Hello, everybody. Adelaja here, coming back to you today with a new program. This new program that we have started a few weeks ago, actually, but which we are launching officially today is called the Nigerian Mindset. The Nigerian Mindset. This is a response to the fact that I've declared that I'm going to Nigeria, and there is this patriotic Nigerian that is based in Nigeria, that knows Nigeria. His mother is from the eastern part of Nigeria. His father is from the western part of Nigeria. So he's full-blooded Nigerian. And he's a lecturer or a worker in one of the Nigerian universities. He knows a lot about Nigeria. He's been a prophet in one of the denominations in Nigeria. So this man knows Nigeria. He knows the youth, he knows the old generation, he knows religion, he knows the secular world, he knows the tribes. So this man is a proper Nigerian. So he's the one that will be hosting this program. And you know him, you all know him, and his name is Israel Balogun. The problem is that, we change our time here, and the people in Nigeria didn't know because they don't change time in Nigeria. So they didn't know that right now we have 2 hours difference instead of 1 hour difference. So that's why we are late today. Apologies for that. So I'm just going to give the mic or the floor to Pastor Israel immediately so that he could begin to ask me, because the whole idea is to ask me the questions that Nigerians would have liked to ask me, or to challenge me on some of my statements or some of my plans that I say I'm bringing to Nigeria. So he's going to come up with those challenges. I like challenges, and I like to answer the most difficult questions. So, and I think it's fit for the job. The one we did last time answered the question about all the people who are doing Facebook program against me, YouTube program against me, people who used to follow me and are defected, and they are now attacking me. So that is what we did the program on the last time. That DSA, is it true that you use people and dump them? That was the topic of the last time where I answered the question. So this is another one today. So, Mr. Israel, here we go. Over to you.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm most privileged to be here, and then I'm greeting everyone on the platform that you are welcome to today's program. Today's concept, the reason why this topic is given is because there are some things that I will love DSA to respond to. Responding to them in the sense that these are concerns, these are views. I gather the views, I look around what people are saying, comments and everything on the platform of DSA, particularly those who are Nigeria based, and those things I gather from them formulate this topic. And I believe that there is a need for DSA to either prove it to them that what he say or what he means at this point, or how does he want to achieve all the things he has said about Nigeria. So today, I want to say let me say it clear that Nigerians are anticipating for change. As a matter of fact, you will agree with me that the reason why Nigerians voted massively against the government of former President Jonathan was because of the slogan, change. And then such a change as the desire was the reason why they voted. Nigerians are tired of the situation where they find themselves. Nigerians are no longer finding it pleasing at the point where they find themselves. And therefore, I want to say Nigerians are waiting eagerly for a deliverer, for a savior to come. Also, I would like to say that DSA, every country, everyone who comes from different countries are saying if Nigeria does not want you, they want you. But I want to say Nigeria says they want you, or not really you, but they want somebody who wants to do what intend to do. And therefore, this is the reason why I said Nigeria now therefore send me to you. One of the things that Nigeria are saying is, they said your plans are good. Particularly after the last seminar, last trade, the HMT, that the system is the way through which you can change nations. Those are practical ways in which Nigeria can be changed. But they are saying that how do you intend to deal with reality on ground? For example, the last time, I don't know the last time you stepped in Nigerian continent, Nigerian country or African continent as a whole. I don't know the last time you stepped.
11 years. Africa. 11 years ago.
11 years ago. In Nigeria as a country, I don't know the last time you stepped there.
11 years ago.
11 years ago. And then, even when you came, I believe you came as a superstar. Because many ministries are waiting for you.
Yes.
Convoy, passing, you may not see. But now you're coming back to Nigeria. It's no longer the way you came 11 years ago.
Yes.
It's now different ball game. If the reality you will meet on the ground is different from what you think, or if Nigeria is spoiled, is damaged beyond what you imagine.
Yes.
You already have some fact and figure with you, sir.
Yes.
But what of if you come and you find out that what I actually imagine, Nigeria is worse than that? And two ways. The mindset of Nigerians you imagine is worse than what you imagine. One. The second aspect is the state.
No, let me start with that, because if it's going to be too long or too much, I could get things mixed up. So if I come to Nigeria and I find out that things are much worse than I'd anticipated, I will only be happy. That is exactly what is needed for reformation and for change. Change don't happen when things are not so bad or when things are not bad enough. But it is where things are bad enough that is where change happens faster. Let me use another illustration. When there is a bit of light, people don't really mind. But when there is total darkness, that is when people are more ready for change. Let me use another illustration. Let's say right now in this room that I am in, I take a match box and I switch on the match stick. The effect will not be felt here at all because there is enough light here. But when there is less light, the lesser light, the more the effect of the little light. But when there is no light at all, when the thing is totally dark, that is when you will feel the effect of the matchbox or the match stick carrying a little light. So for me, the worse, the better. The worse things are in Nigeria right now, the better it is for me to be able to affect the change. Because there are different kinds of resources. We don't have much to say about human resources in Nigeria right now, but the thing we have is human frustration or frustration of people. And the frustration of the people could also be converted into wealth. So I intend to convert the frustration of the people of Nigeria into some amount of wealth. So the fact that things will be worse than I anticipated is not what is going to discourage me. It's not what is going to be a challenge to me. I don't see that as a hurdle. What I see more as a challenge is the mindset of the people, the broken value system in the land. That might be a bigger challenge to me than the worse, the deterioration of the situation economically, politically, or socially.
So, if the mindset of the people are worse, let me paint the picture of DSA. The mindset is such that they need a change, but they want it their own way. And their own way is they need such an individual who will come on board, who will never stress them, who will never demand much from them, who will only come and begin to perform some miracles. They need a change in terms of anticipated revival. Do what I mean by revival? There is a song every church sings. Revival is coming. The revival that will last forever is coming. And then the mindset is there will be a time in Nigeria that some crusade will be, there will be a rising up of a crusade that will lead to massive healing, massive so winning that no one will be able to resist the movement. That's the mindset. And then if you come therefore and say, the revival has come, but it's not what we are anticipating. The decadence of the mind I'm referring to here is not only that they are respecting the typical something you are bringing, but they are thinking of something else. Okay, let me give you an instance. You are coming not only with the mandate of God. God has given you the mandate. God has given you the assignment. But you have gone further with the last message, last program I have with you, as they will call you are arrogant. Yes, you are arrogant. You want to change Nigeria. You said faith was not enough. You went ahead to seek required skills, knowledge, and informations. You are now coming with those strategies. But the mindset of the people is not in that line. They are only expecting a man who will show, and then he will just raise his hand, and all the bad people will die. How do you intend to convince them and explain to them that the best way and the revival they are expecting is not what they think, but this is what God has been sending to them?
No, you are right on. I commend you. I commend your mind and your thoughtfulness. You are proving to me by the day that you know your people very well. So I must start by saying that. Number two, let me say that to answer this your question, it is only as true as history is true. In history of people waiting for revival, it has been recorded that most of the people who wait for revival, when the revival comes, they get disillusioned and disappointed because the revival never consulted them. And the revival didn't come the way they expected it to come. That is number one. Number two, what history has taught us is that most people who waited for revival and even prayed for revival, that when the revival proper comes, that they become to be some of the fighters of the revival. They become the opposers of revival. So that is the lesson we learn from history, which confirms your assertion that you just gave right now. Now, so how am I planning to deal with that? Number one way, the very first way I plan to deal with that is, number one, by not being afraid of being controversial. And I think that all of you that know me by now, you should be convinced about that I'm somebody who is not shy of controversy and who is not afraid of controversy. That is number one, because everything I will be doing will be steering a new form of controversy. Everything I will be doing will be controversial. So somebody that is afraid of controversy, like Nigerians are, especially like pastors are in Nigeria, they don't like controversy. They don't like public disgrace or public controversy. But I am the opposite. I thrive in controversy. So, I've been prepared for this. That is one strategy that I'm going to be using to try to challenge the mindset and to try to pass across the value systems and the belief systems of reformation that I'm bringing. That is one. Number two, I am not going to be afraid to start a fight and to make enemies. So my willingness to die has fortified me from the human fear, the normal human fears. And the normal human fears is the fear of death. Because of that fear of death, people are afraid of starting a fight. And people are afraid of stepping on toes. People are also afraid of offending other people. But because I'm not afraid of death, I'm actually coming to Nigeria to die. Either to die by assassination or to die natural death. Anyhow, I am coming to Nigeria to die. And because I'm already a dead person, I see myself as a dead person already, I'm not intimidated, by the fear of death. So I am willing to step on toes and to start a fight just to bring about the transformation we're talking about. So I'm not going to expect people to lay the red carpet for me, or to welcome me, or to see me as a celebrity. You know, let them see me anyhow they want to see me. Let them fight if they want to fight. Let them try to kill me if they want to, and if they can. But I am, you know, I'm not perturbed by that. I'm by the possibility of even dying if necessary. I am already a dead man, and I'm coming to Nigeria to die. But this work has to be done. Zvuk. Dajte mne zvuk so that
Yes, you are, because how will somebody will choose to fight, will choose to be killed just because of people? This to me is beyond being ordinary. This kind of language has now been heard by Nigerians for a long time. Message that Nigerians are familiar to is love those who love you. Kill anyone who seeks to kill you. So I was expecting that you were ready to give it to them either by killing whoever wants to kill you or love those who want to love. But you are saying you are ready to even die just because of this thing has to be done. Thank you very much, dear sir. But may I ask you, sir, if people therefore reject you when you come, and they say, we don't want you. I'm not talking about other people. I'm talking about the people themselves. And they reject you from every side. How do you intend to achieve what you want to do, sir?
If they reject me from every side, I will give it a consideration of maybe talking to God to lift the burden off my shoulder. Like Jesus said, that if this cup could pass over me, that he would ask the Father for the Father to do that. So if everything, despite my effort, and I'm going to have a lot of effort when I get there, and people are going to see the efforts, and people are going to see the benefits to them as well. But in spite of all that, if people will still reject me, I will tell God to allow me to go and be a blessing to other people who will accept me. But I'm already being rejected right now, and but that didn't stop me, and it has not stopped me. I hope that the same will happen when I get to Nigeria. I'm going to continue to be rejected, and I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing. So my plan is this, that in a situation like Nigeria, where people would like me to bend and follow their own path and do things their own way, and, you know, expect me to behave and consider their culture and do everything the way they want me to do, that I will not do that. But I still hope that there will be a remnant. So I'm believing God that there will be a remnant that God has preserved, and that God has prepared, and that God has also started working on. That remnant will rally around, and if I have that remnant, through that remnant, I will be able to, you know, sow the seed of the work that I need to do there, and through that remnant, even when I'm gone, the work will continue to live. So that is the kind of mindset that I have. If there will be no remnant, which I really strongly doubt, that is when I will ask God to relieve me of the cup. But it will be his own call. It will be God's decision to make. But it will not be my decision. But as far as I'm concerned, if as long as God will keep on giving me the grace, I will keep on being there, fighting it out, and working with the remnants that will receive me.
Thank you very much, dear sir. I am so glad for that response. There are three categories of people that you should expect that will resist you. But the first people that I will say, they will not resist you. Or let me say, there are three categories of people in Nigeria that I want to know. The first are the rejected. The one who does not have a say, who have been oppressed. The one that their resources have been stolen, that have been rich. Others. Those ones are going to welcome you because you are coming with solution. But the second set of the people, they are the elites. They are the one who benefits. They are the one who benefit from they are the intermediary, let me put them as intermediary, as from within those who benefit from the poor, and the poor. The elite set of people I'm referring to, they are the one that connects the resources of the poor to those who are super rich. And because they are in between the middle line, they occupy the position of hearing from the poor and communicating it to the super rich, and then telling the super rich what to do to them, to do to the poor, because the poor are outnumbered. So they are also the one that collect little remnant from the up and give it to the poor. Those people, they are going to be one of the people you are going to resist. They are going to resist you. They also control mind of the people. They have influence over their home towns. They have their home boys that work for them. And so if you are coming to stop their income, to stop the way they make their money, they will not tell the followers that you are coming with the good intentions, but they will steer them up against you. And so this first set of people, I don't know if you understand my analysis, sir. This first set of people who are willing to accept you with their open arms are going to be the one that will fight against you now. Why? Because the propaganda of the elites painting you to be someone else, telling them who you are not, stirring up the anger of the people, so that the people that are supposed to say the Messiah has come will be the one to stone you on the streets. Now, the super rich who are at the top, they are the ones that hold the power. This one, if they give you a platform to work, either the rich, either the middle class or the elite allow you, or the masses, the poor, disallow you. The power you get from those at the top is enough for you to do whatever you want to do. But they are going to resist you. Because why? They are benefiting from the system we have on ground right now. DSA, I don't know where you're getting my analysis.
Very well.
They are benefiting from the system. Anything that alters this present system will stop them from being who they are.
Yeah.
Sadly, what saddens most in that situation is they don't have another life. They have just only one life. The only one life is they must recycle within power as to keep themselves relevant in the country. So now, how do you intend to handle these three categories of the people? Nigeria said, as we ask you, sir. How do you intend to handle these categories? One, middle class, who can control the mind of the masses on behalf of their super rich people. The last one is the super rich who are in power, who would not want you to do what you want to do, and they are willing to frustrate you. Do you have any plan or any system to handle that?
Once again, I want to commend your ingenuity and your thinking process and your foresight in thoughts. You have intellectual curiosity, and I encourage that, and I want to commend that. That's exactly the way things happen. That's exactly what I expected when I started this move, and that's exactly the way it's playing out. So how do I expect to deal with all of them? There are different strategies that could be adopted, but just what you see me doing now in regards to the religious cabals and the religious elite, this year, before the end of this year, expect me to take on the elite of Nigeria. You are familiar with Elijah challenge. That challenge was for and towards the religious elite of Nigeria. Expect such challenges very soon that is directed at the elite and the super rich. So I'm going to go all out. Right now, you only know me about the church because I start with the church because I believe that everything starts with the spirit. And as goes the church, goes the nation. But I'm not going to stop there. It's just the beginning. That fight now is being taken over by several other people. But then I'm going to go higher. I'm going to challenge the elite. And I've written a book already about that. You know, the role of the elite in the society, in transformation of the society. So that is already, it has started little by little, but that's just little. So there is the role of the elite book that I've written. But also, I want to, for example, I watched an interview by Dangote. So Dangote, for me, is a future partner. I like him. I love him. In fact, I want to do a program about him very soon. I love Dangote. I love his mind. And I think, you know, we are going to have very good relationship with him. He reasons very close to the way we reason, to the way I reason. And I want to partner with him. So there are some rich people like that I would like to partner with. There is another one, Tony Elumolu or something. Yeah, I want to partner. People who are really doing things right, I want to partner with those. But the ones that are that are not doing anything or are indifferent, oh, they are going to feel the heat from the kitchen, just like the GOs are feeling it right now, soon and very soon.
Thank you very much, yes. I think this is very, very important, and you have really handled it very well. Nigerians are asking, sir, and then what they are asking is, there is a problem at hand, the problem of governmental support in line with having approval from government, and which you have handled, you have spoken about it. But what the Nigerians are now saying is, if need be that we force you to lead the nation. Now, this is not seeking your permission, but Nigerians forcing you to say, if this government will not let us have this transformation, we want you to lead us. Will you be ready to accept the challenge, sir?
Yeah, that is one of my conditions for considering political post, because political post for me is a big demotion. For me, going to politics is a big, big demotion. It is the demotion, it's like going low, coming down from a high a high place down. So for me, going to be a political player or a politician would be to die to myself, big time. It would be like killing me. But even that I would be ready to do if the politicians today will not accept or will not consider the project that we are bringing. If they will fight it and be against it, that is number one. Number two, I might not need to go to politics myself. Maybe some of my people that I will influence will do that. But if the nation will beg me and ask me to come and play a role, then I will have some conditions for them. A lot of things will have to change. But there is a possibility to consider that as well.